This is so sad. This is so disheartening, so disgraceful for that matter. How can a father have the heart to do this kind abominable thing to his own daughter, his own blood, where you born? Now with your thing you take give birth to this child, but you have the heart to do this kind of a thing to the daughter. Make you no be say we dey carry talk. When we dey say pedophilia, e dey exist. E be like say person dey lie or you dey lie against them, and e no be only say e dey exist, then they do it to their own daughter. When we dey talk am, e be like say na carry talk. Please listen to this one from the horse's mouth. This one na person wey e happen to. Oshoju me koro. If e never happen to you, you no go know. Make you listen, make you know say e dey exist. Please, and share the video to as many people where you know say they go benefit from it. The most important thing be say no cover any pedo. If you notice am, cry out to please cry to your loudest voice. Make it be say dem face the judgment. Please listen to this story. Listen to this story first.
The first maid was Mercy, the one that came from Opuoma. That was the one he counted 5,000 and gave and said she too should come and suck his. So the girl refused and ran away. One day, my first daughter summoned courage to tell me that every time the father will be putting his finger inside her private parts, sometimes opening her private parts to suck that area. He told them if they tell me, fire will burn them to ashes. And by the time they are 18 years of age, each of them, he will be the one to disvirgin them. That if another man should try to disvirgin them before him, that fire will burn them. Yes, I discovered my ex-husband was molesting our two daughters at the age of 10 and 14. And it took me a very long time to discover this because I never expected that of a man who was 16 years older than myself. I married him because I thought they said the older the better, the older the more sweeter. But it turned out to be something else. So it took me to hear it from my first daughter before I could believe something like that can actually happen to me and my daughters. So it has been just so unbearable for me. Yes, at the age Favor was 9, Favor one day woke up. He went to work. Then he was still working. Favor came back to me to tell me that mommy, she doesn't understand. Then she was still sharing one bed with myself and the father and my last born. They both of them sleep in our middle. We have a very large bed. Favor now said her experience is that in the midnight, the father used to wake her up and tell her to be sucking his breast and then be kissing him. Even when he's removing his mouth, that's, Daddy, your mouth is smelling. He will keep on telling him to shut up and I will be far asleep. I didn't get that. I confronted him and he slapped me. By that time, I learned to fight back. I slapped him back. We fought over it, and he told me that he doesn't have anything in his mind. He can kiss his daughter. I said, you can kiss your daughter quite all right. But how come sucking of your breast? Because I know that sucking of your breast is the highest romance that gets you erected. And then he started saying he doesn't know what I'm saying. He doesn't know what I'm talking about. And we talked about that thing and it ended there. Little did I know that after that, he started threatening them, telling them that if they tell me anything again, he's no longer the younger one. He extended it to my first daughter, who was 14 years at that time, and he told them if they tell me, fire will burn them to ashes. And by the time they are 18 years of age, each of them, he'll be the one to disvirgin them. That if another man should try to disvirgin them before him, that fire will burn them to ashes. It was so many costs, so many fire will burn you to ashes, fire will burn, and they were so scared. Not until one day, my first daughter summoned courage to tell me that every time the father will be putting his finger inside her private parts, sometimes opening her private parts to suck that area. And then her breast was just coming out little by little. She was 14 at that time. He will be sucking that breast, and whenever she complains it's painful, he will say she should calm down, that very soon she will start enjoying it. That's the best romance women used to like. And then they carried on like that until that day she summoned courage to tell me. Then I called my second daughter separately. I said, Favor, what's your experience with your father? This and this is what her dad told me. She now said, Mommy, I didn't know how to tell you. After that time I told you Daddy used to suck me with his mouth. Months later, after you guys had that issue, he called me and he told me that if I tell you anything again, fire will burn me to ashes. And then everything I done narrated about him fingering her was the same thing she too, my second daughter, was saying. So they both had the same experience, but they never knew. Ada never knew he was molesting Favor. Favor never knew he was molesting Ada. The two girls that was mixed with our children, we have 2 boys and 2 girls, and the 2 of the girls we are victim to this is sexual molestation. The 2 different maids I got when I was having my 4 children, the 2 maids, the same different stories, the same experience, sexual molestation. 2 of our neighbor in the compound where we are staying, that's the compound we stayed for 15 years. I married him. We didn't change any house. To show you the level of the setbacks his attitude was bringing to us. The 2 maids I brought, Mercy and Eziafa. Mercy was across our lake, Uguta, from Osu, from Opuama. Mercy went back because of his sexual molestation. Eziafa went back because of his sexual molestation. 2 of our neighbors, Yejide and Tosi, the same thing. The same thing. It got to a point, one day my ex-husband came back from work and was telling me that the twin girl he was dating that he called in my presence to tell her of that he's getting married, that the twin sister to that girl called him that he want them to be having an affair, and that girl almost killed him in the hotel. How did it happen? He was working with ABC Transport Company, and they usually go for workshop towards the end of the year. All of them, all the managers and the assistant managers will go. This man went, and instead of going from the Uguta, from our village to Owerri for that workshop, he ended up lodging with the money they paid them for hotel, which is money we usually travel home with for Christmas. He squandered the whole money. When it was now time for them to leave the hospital, for them to leave the hotel, the girl asked for the money he promised to give her, and he gave her part of it and promised to balance the remaining one when he gets back. The girl broke bottle and wanted to kill him in the hotel. He said it was the hotel assistant that saved him. I was not like, I would have sat down back here nursing children, not knowing that another woman has taken your life because of what you have at home. So those are bitter experiences I had that I never dreamt of one day experiencing it with our own biological children. So that's my story. And my pain now is that the siblings promised me not to tell the whole world what happened, not to tell the authority what happened, on the account that the basic things the children need, they will provide for it, which is making sure they study and they graduate to any level they want. Once in a while, they will be sending money for their feeding. But to my greatest surprise, the first and only time their eldest brother, Emma, will send money to complete Daniel's school fees, because he was sent out from school because of that balance of 60,000. He sent that money and they blocked us. From that day till now, this is 3 years. Daniel has passed out from a school last year. He wrote JAMB, ready to enter school. Ada has passed out like 3 years ago. Her mates are in 300 level. Some has graduated. My daughter just wrote another JAMB this year, ready to enter school. I don't even have hope on how to put her. Meaning that my 2 first children that has passed out, nobody is paying attention to us. As I speak to you now, my life is based on loan. No business I venture into is not profitable. The 3 businesses I do, they are all profitable, but I lack cash to build them up, because whatever proceeds from the business, I cannot build up. Rather, I spend even more than the proceed from the business. And I need Uguta people, the people that came from Uguta in Imo State, to hear my voice. I know that this Osai family left me to train 4 children alone because I rejected their brother from sexually molesting our 2 daughters. Nobody can bear this pain. I have tried my possible best. I even went ahead to start creating content. Our page has been struggling to grow. So any story I talk there is hardly going out. Their eldest son begged me so seriously that I should not report to the authority. And then I was still staying with their younger sister in her house, which she and the husband was still helping us out, harboring us in their house. So I barely have money to support what we do there, as in feeding the children's school, because it was in her house my children started school. They first of all started lesson. From lesson, I now registered them in school. So I barely have enough to take care of my children, not talk of go and start making case with family that has millions and they don't have to help. Because that same elder brother that blocked us because of 60,000 school fees last year went to Buta to take chieftaincy, Obuagu chieftaincy, spent over 70 million. That is the younger sister that stayed in that Badagry that we lived with was the one that came to tell us that the brother said he spent over 70 million. I was wondering, somebody that made promise of paying school fees for my children that is not even up to 500 each term can go ahead and take chieftaincy of over 70 million. That is to show us that they have the money but they don't want to help. My greatest pain is that these people will come to Nigeria, they will not want to see my children. Nothing like therapy, nothing like seeing them to advise them. The whole thing is just so messy that the youngest of them told me that children are solely my responsibility, that training of my children is my responsibility, that them too, they have their own children to take care of. And I'm asking, are these children bearing my father's name? If I tomorrow, out of frustration, I decide to go and marry another man and take the man's name and give my children for them to be bearing the man's name, will I be doing an abominable thing by doing that? Will I be doing an abominable? Recently, my ex-husband called to tell me that he has gotten a job that is paying him ×3 what ABC Transport used to pay him. But for him to pay money, send us money, he sent 45,000 every 3 months. The whole of this year, this man has sent 2 times money, 2 times 45,000. And the whole of last year, he sent 15,000 2 times again. Why he even sent the money he sent last year was because the younger sister came and I started begging her for 5,000 to cook for my children. That day we were not having anything at home. She said she does not have money. I said, tell your brother that I said he will never make money. That money that he cannot use that supports the children that we both suffer to have. And he's using it to go to Buta to bring in the girls. Tell him that money, the way he uses his mouth to confess it, he will never have it. Immediately she left my house, not up to 3 hours, 15,000 landed in my son's account from their father. After that month, November, December, he sent another one. He never sent any money again until April 4th. He sent 45,000. And then last week, he sent another 45,000. So the whole of this year, 90,000 is what he has sent. And the whole of last year, 30,000 was what he sent. It is not like this man does not have money. I don't know if they think suffering me or putting us in a tight corner will make me to reconcile with him. An abominable man. I don't see myself doing that. So I need them to take off the responsibility of the children we both had together, or I will take the matter to the authority.
I don't know what this world is becoming. As some people don't talk about whether the world is coming to an end in it, I don't understand though. Please, if today is your first time of coming across my face or our channel, all we do here is true stories without missing words, life in diaspora uncovered, crime and world news. Yes, now be one way we share. So to my returning subscribers who always come to watch our videos, I want to say a very big thank you to you. I love you with the love of God. I love you with from the bottom of my heart. May God support you in whatever you do. Please stay blessed, stay safe, and be good. While I see us in another one. No. Bye.